How's it going, everybody? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. So, as a heads up, I'm gonna be a little bit transparent here. My desk is shit. Where my mic was in its little armrest thing, well, it broke. So I'm doing the best that I can right now, and it seems to be stable for now, so I am able to record, thankfully. I was dreading putting up a notice saying I might have to take 2 weeks off to scrounge up enough money to afford a new desk. But no, I think I have it settled for now, so I don't have to try and gather as much money as possible to afford a new desk. So, yeah. Yay! Because, you know, bills and everything. Woohoo! But yeah, no, we're good. I'm able to record still. My mic it seems to be okay right now, right? Hopefully it doesn't fall again and doesn't break like it did with my portion of the desk. Oh, well, anyways. But yeah, that's all I got for news on that front. But if you want to watch the last video, if you haven't already, and want to get caught up with the story of Fata Morgana as we near its end, then I would advise you to go do that by clicking the link in the description box down below. It'll bring you to the playlist, which has all the previous videos leading up to this one. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. There's a couple of other links that are kind of irrelevant, but like my Twitter, I don't ever use anymore. But I may start using it again in the future. But for now, yeah, I stopped using it. Anywho, let's go ahead and just jump right on in, right? Shall we? I'm staring into a pair of ruby red eyes, open wide with shock. I recall snapping at him, insulting him, but I don't remember what I said. Nor do I remember how he responded. All I know is that a wave of churning blackness appeared out of nowhere, washing me away. I'm powerless, helpless, hopeless. My young mind sucked into it like a whirlpool. Oh, the darkness. Yeah, okay. I was like, what the hell is he explaining? that caught me off a little bit off guard. It was a little weird. Okay, anyway. Young. My young mind? Oh, for Christ's sake. You have got to be kidding me. Why? For the love of God, why? Am I being made to look back at this part of my life? The miserable, stupid fucking romantic I once was. Why am I turning back into the boy I tried so hard to forget? Where did this absurd black smoke come from? And why can't I get out of it? If it's that white-haired man who's doing this to me, then he's not an angel or prophet. He's the goddamned devil himself. It's not us. It's not him. But you're getting warmer. But all my questions, my confusion, my frustration, everything that composes my present is superseded by that darkness, wisping away into nothing. Oh shit. What was that? Hey! What's happening? What are these images? What the hell? What is the background? Hold on. It's a little bit obscured, but it seems to... I see a hand over, I think, a staff. Is that a staff or a pole? And then there's a bit of clothing there. I can't tell what this part is. It seems to be a face that's obscured. Maybe? I don't know, it's a little weird. Okay. Anyway, I like the color though. To be blunt, the world's a small place. There's an unimaginable amount of it out there, but you only ever get to see a minuscule fraction of that. And that goes doubly so for us. The poor barely get the chance to see any of it at all. And those who were born into affluence, well, they have no idea just how small our world really is. I never yearned for the world outside what I knew. I more coveted it. A splash of spite mixed in. I wanted to claw my way up the mountain, knock all the bastards down who had never seen what it was like at the bottom. If I made it high enough, I could do anything. I would have complete freedom. If that sounds like a childish fantasy to you, well, you'd be right. That's exactly what it was. There you are. You spend so much time in the graveyard that one of these days someone's going to think you are a gravekeeper, or maybe a grave robber. I can understand a gravekeeper, but I take offense at the suggestion I look like a grave robber. I'm praying for the souls who have no one to see them off. The girl, named Morgana, turned around to face me. Though I'd known her for some time, I'd rarely ever looked her in the eyes. Her face was almost always concealed beneath a dark hood, revealing only the tip of her nose and sometimes her lips. Honestly, I don't get it. Why do you care so much? These are souls that have no one else to pray for them. At best, they may get a bit of lip service from a priest once or twice. It's our responsibility to offer a helping hand to the sick and the poor, to pray for the abandoned souls. What I don't get is why you need to pray for the dead at all. They are just bags of bones. I just hope you enjoy an eternity in hell, blasphemer. Hey! That was uncalled for. I'm just joking, obviously. I honestly have no idea who the hell's talking. I see every line is a different... It switches between the two, but still, I have no idea which line follows who. Maybe the backlog would have... Nope, okay. Nope, no answers. Well, fuck you. Alright, anyway. You take black humor to a new level. Morgana gave me a curt shrug, then turned away. Oh, okay. Well, now I know. She never faced anyone head-on for very long, and she had a perfectly good reason for it. It wasn't because she disliked me or anything. I don't think, anyway. About 3 years earlier, something had happened that had caused large patches of flesh to fall off her face. Supposedly, she had looked fine before then, but I only knew her as she was at that time. The rest of her body was covered in wounds as well, but applying ointment to them had reduced the scarring significantly. Her face, though, showed no signs of recovering. A close friend of mine, a prostitute, we can all guess who this is, right, Maria? Said she thought it might be a psychological thing, but regardless, I continued applying the ointment to Morgana's face. Oh, well, that's nice. Hey, come on, don't turn away from me. I know you can hear me. I brought ointment, so you might as well let me put it on you. It's a waste of time. You don't know that. Your arms look much better than before. It won't be long before your face starts healing too. The ointment isn't free. You are wasting your money. It's my money. I can use it however I please. So just shut up and let me do this. You're a very obnoxious man, you know. What was that? You want me to rub it in real hard, huh? Fine. With a forlorn graveyard as their backdrop, a young man applied salve to a girl's raw, exposed flesh. It was quite possibly the least romantic sight in the world. I would have, at the very least, preferred a somewhat more pleasant location. Yeah, graveyard wasn't a fantastic choice. Not in the least bit. Well, you make do with what you have, I guess. Anyway, as the thought fluttered through my mind, I let out a defeated laugh, and I could soon feel her glaring at me. Morgana could be a bit standoffish, but honestly, I didn't mind. For her, this was actually quite sociable, in fact. When I first met her, she didn't act her age at all, but now, she was starting to show signs of the 12-year-old girl hidden inside. 3 years prior, when I met Morgana, she had been the victim of unspeakable abuse at the hands of the Lord. I didn't know why he had done those things to her. And I didn't ask either, because I knew doing so would only reopen old wounds. See, the way he's speaking, and what he just said right here, right now, why the fuck, what happened for him to suddenly become the Lord and do the exact same shit that Lord did to her? Why? Something doesn't add up. You don't just I'm dumbfounded, by the way. You just don't change like that at a flip of a coin. You just don't, unless I have no fucking clue. I guess maybe this is confusing. I really hope we get these answers. I really want them now. Give me the answers now. Okay, anyway, sorry. All I knew was that the Lord was so far gone as a human being as to brutally torture a 9-year-old girl. True. He's not even considered human anymore. At the time, the only thing that ever seemed to come out of her mouth was the word of God. Everything she said or did was ostensibly, for the benefit of others. But it felt to me more like she was acting out of some sort of sense of duty rather than genuine concern. Honorable, but ultimately hollow. I much preferred this Morgana here, even if she could be a bit jaded. What are you hoping to get out of repairing my face? I'm not trying to get anything. I just want to help heal you up. And here I thought you were going to try and make me work at the brothel. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not going to make you be a prostitute. What other reason could you have for wanting my face to get better? Because I want to see it. Isn't that enough? Just so we're clear, that wasn't me hitting on you, okay? The thought never crossed my mind. She fell quiet, sitting there motionless as I rubbed ointment into her face. This guy's an idiot. In a lot of ways, but... Stay stay hydrated, folks. Woo! Drink your water. Especially during the summer. Oh boy, here we go. Shit. She felt quiet, sitting there, emotions. Yeah, I already read that. Her skin beneath my thumb was rough and unpleasant to the touch, and honestly, rather stomach turning. Turning, same thing. It was hard to imagine her face would ever heal. What I had said about wanting to see her face was true, but what I wanted more than anything was for her to be able to live a relatively normal life. I hope you are prepared to be let down if I ever do heal. That possibility is just part of the fun. You have as much tact as a worm. No tact and a bad taste. I'm a real winner. It's a wonder no one throttles you in your sleep. Being a guy, of course I would have been pleased if she turned out pretty with her face healed. But her life was guaranteed to be easier than now, no matter what she looked like. Well, you just jinxed it, man. Congrats. What the hell's wrong with you? God damn it. That was what really mattered, ultimately. I could only imagine how hard it was to have your life turned completely upside down at the age of 9. A large portion of us in the slums had our share of misfortune, but hardly any of them stacked up to what Morgana had to bear. She had no parents. When I asked about her mother, she'd gotten cagey with me, so I assumed she'd been sold off, correct? When I asked about her father, though, she just pointed up at the sky, which I took to mean he was dead. A young girl, no family, sent off all on her own to some strange land. Somewhere along the line, ended up in the Lord's cruel grasp. Oh my god, my cat. Why? Meow. Hold on, folks. Alright, I am back. Misfortune felt like an understatement, if anything. That said, it wasn't just out of pity that I gave Morgana so much of my attention. The other reason, though, well, she'd probably go running if I told her. Hell, I wanted to hit myself over the head. I'll still be your friend even if you turn out to be the ugliest girl in the city. You should be grateful. How is it you haven't managed to chase off everyone in your life yet? I act like a decent guy around other people. Do my best to fit in. Then why are you such a dolt around me? Just doing my best to fit in. So you're saying this is my fault now? Everyone could use a thorn or two, makes them more exciting. You especially. I don't know if that was... Was that... No, that can't be a compliment. I don't know what the hell that was. Unnecessary comment? Yeah, sure, let's go with that one. God damn it. Okay, that should be everything. Does it sting anywhere? Not particularly, no. Alright. I will also finish up here and get back to Maria soon. Unless you'd rather I drag you there. Why? Seriously? It's her damned birthday, that's why. And? What do you think, dimwit? He wants to celebrate. Get back there soon, okay? I'm planning to drop by too. Oh, so this was... Oh, shit. So this was prior. Hold up. I thought this was like... I don't know, like... soon after they fucking just met. But no, this was like... hours prior to the events. So what the fuck happened in those hours? Holy shit. What the fuck happened? Huh. It has to be something mind-blowing. It just has to be. Unless he's been faking it this whole time to, like... I don't know, man. I my mind is, like, trying to conjure up something, but it just can't, man. It just can't. She gave a sheepish nod, which was honestly kind of cute, but of course I couldn't say that. No, you couldn't say that to a girl that you like, possibly. No. So I shrugged my shoulders, feigning exasperation, and then turned to leave. Once I might have offered to accompany her back to the brothel, but Morgana never seemed keen on the idea of walking anywhere with me. Maybe she was afraid of grown men, after what had happened to her at the Lord's Manor. Or maybe she just didn't want me to be seen with someone who looked like her. So hey, I thought you were... Oh, okay, so hey was him. Okay. I thought you were leaving. One day, I'll show you the world. I won't get my hopes up. Get your hopes up, damn it. I said with a soft chuckle, and then I took my leave. Okay, no. It's bothering the shit out of me. Look how he's acting here. What the fuck happened? This is actually literally like maybe an hour prior. What the fuck? I had every intention of making good on that promise, and I had more than enough reason to believe I could. 3 years back, there was a slave revolt at the Lord's Manor. That's not quite accurate, though, because while I was partly responsible for inciting the riot, I wasn't actually a slave. Wait, what? I'm so confused now. I'm so confused! Okay. The local lord was spoken of in whispers as the second coming of the great tyrant of old. What the fuck ever? Who cares, bitch? The people were constantly grumbling about how he seemed to treat the land like his own personal playground, exploiting everything and everyone on it for his own amusement. When enough stress and resentment builds up in the contained space, all it takes is a little shove from the outside to burst. And that was our plan. Me and a number of other dissatisfied citizens gathered together to pop that bubble and give the Lord a taste of how we felt about him. Okay. That still doesn't explain why you are portraying as the Lord now and abusing the fucking... Hell, you're abusing her, torturing her, and all that. Like, it does not explain shit, man. With the help of a slave trader, I infiltrated the Lord's Manor. I'd known slaves weren't treated well, but seeing it for myself, I thought most of these people would have been happier having been born as a dog or cat and owned by someone who actually had a heart. It was revolting, a flagrant injustice. Broadly speaking, there are two types of people who see injustice in the world. The first are those who have everything, who sit unchallenged at the top of the world, looking down on the less fortunate with pity. The second are those with nothing, who wish to overthrow the entire system keeping them down. It could come as no surprise that I fell in the second camp. Once I was inside, I went around the manor telling all the slaves about our plan. Most of them had long since lost the will to fight, but with enough assurance, there were people on the outside ready to wanting to help. Glimmers of hope started to return to their eyes. Finding out they weren't alone, that they weren't helpless anymore, had an incredible effect on their morale. And once the slaves were convinced, the revolt began. It ended up being much larger in scale than I had imagined, and many lost their lives in the process, but the majority of them managed to escape. No, I don't want to update my goddamn browser right now. Leave me alone! Fucking update pop-ups. Don't you hate them? God damn it. I'm trying to record a video here. Don't you know this, computer? Okay, I'm done. Oh, shit. Naturally, the slaves couldn't stay in the city, so I directed them to people waiting outside, who would take them to another city or a neighboring country. I had neither the money nor the power to guarantee them a good life on the outside, but that hardly mattered to them. Everyone was sure that wherever they ended up would be better than staying, and I prayed that would be the case. It was during the revolt that I saved Morgana. I would have sent her off somewhere else like all the other slaves, but she was in so dire a condition when I found her that she could hardly even move on her own. She had been sapped of all her willpower. So I brought her to the brothel where a friend of mine worked and asked her to take Morgana. Oh, this was prior. Okay. My companions and I reveled in the revolt's success. It wasn't enough of an accomplishment to have any real political implications, but we still felt like heroes. Drunk on victory, we started talking about going bigger, starting a full-on revolution. Once the elation passed, though, we realized there wasn't much more we could do. Yeah, okay. So, to clarify, I fucked up. I got the two mixed up. I thought he was in on the raid of the brothel. But no, he wasn't. Yeah. Now I remember. I remember the First Lord and the revolt there. Yeah, I remember now. Never mind. But still, it doesn't explain the change, and even if the time that that I thought happened is much larger now, it still doesn't explain the major change that he has undergone. Like, why is he now torturing her, abusing her? I hope I get that answer, because I'm still dumbfounded and I want to know why. Once the elation passed, though, we realized there wasn't much more we could do. Even if we did manage to start a large enough uprising to kill the Lord, we were only peasants. Not only did we not know the first thing about ruling, the other counts would never acknowledge our authority anyway. We would pretend to be in control until the next in line showed up, and that would be the end of that. So we just ended up sitting on our thumbs, no way to do anything about our discontent. Skip forward to about a month before Morgana's birthday. One day, a middle-aged woman approached me. I had never met her before, but she had wavy hair that reminded me a great deal of my own. Looking me straight in the eye, the woman said, "I was once a maidservant for the Barnier estate. They have done their best to keep it secret, but I had a child with the previous lord. And that child is you." Oh. So he's a bastard child then. That explains a little bit of his attitude about earlier before the darkness swallowed us up. Okay. The revelation came completely out of the blue. According to her, I had royal blood, and if we could convince the Lord of that, I would become royalty. Furthermore, she, as my alleged mother, could return to her old life at the manor. The woman urged me to take action, to meet the Lord, reveal my lineage, and reclaim my rightful place at the Banya house. I would no longer be a poor peasant living in the slums. I would have a comfortable life. I obviously wasn't going to agree on the spot. Her story was so blatantly dubious, I needed some time to think about it. If she was telling me the truth, though, it could transform our revolution from a dream into a reality. We wouldn't be restricted to inciting inconsequential uprisings. I could seize power legitimately and make some actual change. So, I asked the woman to give me some time to consider. Okay. Have you decided what you're going to give her? Who is talking now? God damn it. I never know. I wish they would just fucking say the names. It would just really help out a lot. God damn it. God damn it. That was the very first thing I heard when I stepped through the back door of the brothel. Oh, Maria. Got it. Maria, a short, blonde-haired prostitute and good friend of mine, flashed me a devilish smirk. I bought a necklace, as per your suggestion. Girls appreciate that sort of thing, don't they? Most do. Me, I've got a taste for knives and other such pointy things. I doubt she has much interest in those, though. Sometimes I wonder if you're actually a girl. Anyone could see that Maria and I were close, but our relationship was strictly platonic. Of course, given her line of work, it was unavoidable that people thought otherwise. And honestly, it irritated me every time someone suggested we were anything more than friends. People have this annoying, short-sighted tendency to assume that just because a guy and a girl are friendly, they must be intimate. That never changed. Not even the last 300 years, or 400, and so on and so forth. Anyways, it didn't matter that she was a girl. I only thought of her as a friend. And as best as I could tell, that's all she thought of me as well. Maria and I first met when we were children. Even at that age, she was already a prostitute, myself a petty thief. We were both incredibly lucky to have survived to adulthood, with only ourselves to watch each other's backs. It's possible the only reason either of us maintained the willpower to survive this long was because we had each other to bitch about life to when things got bad. So, is today the day? Are you finally going to tell her how you feel? Excuse me? Tell her how I what? Don't be coy. You know exactly what. And it's about time you manned up and told her. I think you've got a better chance than you think. Do I need to remind you how old she is? 12 as of today. Practically an adult. I was knee-deep in dick at that age. Oh my god! What the hell did they just make me say? Well, clip it and ship it. Oh, fuck. I was knee-deep in dick at that age. You are comparing her to you. The longer you hold off on saying something, the more difficult it becomes. That's true. Break a leg. Party's gonna be in the back, so there won't be any customers around to interfere. Alright. A little weird. Alright. I mean, I guess it was normal back then for young adults And I'm not going to continue with that sentence. Oh, thank God we live in these times, huh? Jesus Christ. I chewed over what Maria had said as I watched her disappear down a brothel corridor. She wasn't wrong. She wasn't overanalyzing. I did indeed have special feelings for Morgana. Women seem to have this strange, somewhat terrifying ability to read people's minds.
It's called intuition, dearie.
And Maria was a prime example of that. I had never once so much as suggested to anyone I might think anything of Morgana, but Maria had somehow managed to pick up on it almost immediately. Fortunately, she didn't seem particularly bothered by the fact, though if anyone were to find out, I could only imagine the looks I would get. I mean, Morgana was 12, and I was 22. Oh, 10-year difference. That wasn't normal. I've never felt this way about anyone else that young either. Any other girl Morgana's age just looked like another kid to me. But why was she any different? Bro, it's because she went through so much shit mentally she's actually aged. Bro, that's the reason why. She may look like a kid, but mentally she has gone through so much shit, so much terrible shit, that she has mentally aged far beyond. And sometimes that just happens. I mean, life just throws you into these things and you mentally age while your body stays, well, what it is. She was covered in scars, and every other time we met, she would tell me to go to hell. Oh, well, there you go. Jesus. And she refused to walk anywhere with me. And no matter how much ice I broke, I could never seem to get all the way through. Yet still, the world felt like it was just a little bit better a place when I was with her. It made me want to see her smile, no matter how grotesque her face. I don't know if you were really, in love with her, you would say something like that, even if, like, I don't know. That comment was a little bit unnecessary. How would I even go about saying it, assuming I actually did? Even if your face still isn't healed in 4 years, I'll make you as my lifetime partner, Morgana. God, no, that's terrible. There has to be a better way to put it. Now I was getting stressed out, and it was all thanks to Maria, that bitch! That goddamn bitch! This was supposed to be a day of celebration, not a fretting over stupid personal matters. God damn it. That little fucking harlot. Not long after I arrived at the brothel and made my way to the back room, Maria and a handful of other unoccupied girls showed up. Morgana, who was supposed to be the guest of honor, was even more reticent than usual. The prostitutes chatted amongst themselves about work and what the fuck? That word crept up on me out of nowhere, like an RKO. The prostitutes chatted amongst themselves about work in unabashed graphic detail. Woohoo! Trading info on which customers were good and which customers were bad. His dick was massive. This guy's dick was tiny. Basically. Basically, right? All the while, Morgana looking incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, I would be too in that situation. Like, Jesus Christ. You guys think you could maybe change the subject here? Like we have anything else to talk about. Making the birthday girl want to hide in a corner defeats the whole purpose, don't you think? Oh no, don't mind me. I don't have anything I want to talk about, Morgana said, almost in a whisper, her head downturned. This is so awkward. Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, better get the good stuff in while we can, because shit's about to turn the sheesh. Okay. I'm channeling my... God damn it. Come on! Okay, anyway. At least eat something then. The cookies are barely sweetened and dry as rocks, but they are edible. It does not sound like they are edible. Not at all. Nope. No. Whoa, whoa. Check up, you little bitch. You have got some stones to shit talk my cookies to my face. Oh my god. Oh, Maria, of course. Motherfucker. Never change. Never change. She never did change. Not at all. Oh my god, my cat's back. I just fed her too. That's crazy. That's wow. Wow. Does anyone else have cats that just meow for no reason? Fantastic. Stop it, Maria. Stop throwing things at me. Oh, great. She's throwing things. Fantastic. The other girls cackled as Maria and I bickered, hoping it might have elicited a reaction from Morgana as well. I snuck a glance over at her, but she remained expressionless. Oh, that sucks. You are right about one thing, though. This is Morgana's day. So let's change the subject, Maria said with a little laugh. Wait, what? Oh, Maria. Yeah, Maria said it. It's because they both have M's at the beginning of their names, so I thought that was Morgana saying that in my mind, but no, it was Maria. No, okay. Shut up. Maria said with a little laugh, having hurled everything within arm's reach at me. Like I said, I don't have anything to talk about. Sure you do, you just have to look a little harder. Not saying you have to reminisce for us, but it can be anything. Let's see, here's an idea. Are there any guys you got your eyes on? I spewed my tea all over the table. There is. And then I started choking. Oh my god! What? Seriously? Holy shit! Who is it? Tell me. Who's the lucky guy? I can't. Nope, I can't anymore. I have to end it now. I'm sorry, guys. You fucking god. God. Everyone fell silent. Yes. As I would expect. Maria gave me a sympathetic look, and I knew exactly what she wanted to say. Sorry, kid, you ain't got nothing on God. Asshole. Was that Maria or God himself? I don't know. Both. Both is good. If you are gonna dream big, right? Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Pinning after the all-powerful, all-knowing God. I'm with you. You bald-faced liar! The grass may be a hell of a lot greener up there, but it ain't... But what? But it's a bit far, don't you think? You are better off settling for the weeds down here. Who the fuck is saying that? What the fuck? Well, I guess by the language, it's Maria, but then who the fuck said you bald-faced liar? Who? I want names. Can we have names, even if it's fucking generic as like prostitute number 1 or prostitute number 2? Like, give me names so I can differentiate, please. You bastards. Okay, I'm done. Did she just imply I'm a weed? Yes. Maria looked over and gave a wide grin at the sight of me grinding my teeth, then continued. You bitch. Say, the young man over... Wait, stop right there. Don't say another word. Whoopsie. Me and my big mouth, I almost did your job for you. Damn it, Maria. This was not good. Like hell, I was going to let her corner me into saying it here. I stole a glance at Morgana, but her gaze was locked on her knees. I couldn't see what, if any, kind of reaction she was having. Morgana. What she was trying to say is that I have to go. What? I have to go to the bathroom. Sure. Morgana got up from her chair and left the room in silence. Oh, that was her saying she has to go. Oh my god, okay. I thought that was him. I imagine I was making a rather flaccid expression, because as soon as Morgana was gone, Maria began cackling like a mad woman. My reply was the nearest object, courtesy of my throwing arm. Loser! How hard is it to just say it, bitch? It would have been easier if you hadn't quartered me like that. You think I believe you would have done it without a little nudge? I would have. Eventually. Eventually isn't gonna cut it. Now's the right time. And don't worry, me and the girls we won't make fun of you for getting your rocks off of little girls. That's not the reason I like her. Besides, I would wait at least 4 years before. Doesn't mean you can't tell her now. I think it would do her wonders, really. She's, well, you know. So I think knowing someone cares about her will lighten the load a bit. When she comes back, give her the necklace and tell her how you feel, damn it. And, if she turns you down, we can all have a good laugh about it. Maria and the other girls chuckled. As uncomfortable as she was making me feel, she had a point. Regardless of whether Morgana recuperated my feelings or not, there was a good chance that just putting them out there would help in breaking down the walls she had built in her heart. Yeah, true, yeah. And maybe one day, I would actually be able to see her smile. I'll do it. I'll tell her. It didn't matter if I came out looking like a loser. It didn't matter if Morgana wasn't interested in me in that way. What mattered was that she knew someone accepted her, regardless of her appearance, or the things she had been through. And if by some chance there really was royal blood flowing through my veins, then I could make good on my promise to show her the world. I could put an end to her life of poverty and abuse. Why the fuck? What happened? What happened? Seriously, what the fuck happened? It's making me hate this guy even more. Like, what the actual human feces? What the actual shit? Like, I am so irritated, dumbfounded, and plain old confused. And I'm saving it right here because I'm done. I'm getting riled up, and I'm sensing that it's about to take the turn of the twist and the everything, and we're gonna leave on the cliffhanger there. So, suck it. Anyway, that was a hell of a chapter, though. Or not chapter, but video. We saw a lot of things. I'm just... It's gotta be massive, right? Something huge happened for him to change that, like, drastically, man. And I'm dreading it. I am dreading it so hard. So next video. Oh boy, it's gonna be a juicy one. I can feel it. So, yeah, stick around for it. And I'll see you all next time. Alright, see you then. Bye bye.